Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down. Power football with the run. Just buried it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll try it over the left side. The Sooners will move the sticks. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
The option look. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man all by himself. Giving him his pads. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And here's the return. And the returner will be brought down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Got the first down and more. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. Crosses to 40. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Line getting set on 2nd down. Touch pass on the run. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. On the option. Now the toss. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Anger. Complete. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quickly to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oklahoma
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. He's going to run it. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Run in the red zone, it's Gore. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sooner offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like,
Nothing but green ahead. Tackled after picking up the first down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Bowls his way forward. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let him do the rest, right? Flip it to him, let him get outside, let him run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
They're getting this guy lathered up.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown Sooner.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Old Dominion fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by just 2 to Marshall. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. He stopped again. They went right back to him, and he still found no running room at all.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Wants to throw. It's Anger. Oh, picked off. He didn't get a lot on the return, but, man, he set his offense up at the 30.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. 42, Spider. The give to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down. Because the RPO...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the 1st half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-2. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
To the air, it's Anger. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And you just couldn't.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Alabama pushing the tempo. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Working that left side now. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
Got his man on the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Going for 6. And they will score. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Rolls onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He's got it, and they convert. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Anger. Tight end finds a soft spot. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Dumps it to the back. Got his man. Tripped up for the tackle.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. He leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Now rolling to the left. That's caught. It's Flores. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed. There he is, scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
Got it, looking for a first. Still on his feet at the 45. Then he breaks into the open. Touchdown Sooners! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the 3rd quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Jacksonville State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete. And play.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the misfire, now on second down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown tie! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect...
He's off to the races. Strikes the blow. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players.
Off he goes, just destroying his way through the field. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Now on the option. The pitch. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had, the defense. Well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw its anger. He's going to let it go. Snatches it on the right. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter.
Oklahoma 42, Alabama 21.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quickly complete. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
28.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's got his man. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. Running for it on 4th down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Buys a little time. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the triggeration is not so tricky.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their 3rd sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going for it all. And he hauls it in at the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. comes that Alabama offense. To throw, it's Anger. Finds his tight end. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or...
And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offense, a sack. Now it's second down. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, they'll take to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Flores. The Sooners racing to the line in a hurry up. The give and the run on fourth down. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
How about that? Fourth down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown Sooners! And the pummeling has started. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, there'll be a perfect 10-0. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been a...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. No one's been able to keep him off the quarterback. Career sack number 50.
Like, honestly, in today's college football, if you get 10 sacks in a season, that's considered a really good year. You might be an All-American. To go 50 in your career, David, I mean, nobody does that.
You're just a freak. I mean, your God-given ability to get off the football so fast and to be so relentless and to be so good with your hands, that dude is crafted and made to be a pass rusher.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I know he didn't pick up the 1st down, but man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
The offense will stay out there to go for it on 4th down again. They're 3 for 4 so far in this one. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter